know he says if I get traded anywhere besides Miami, I won't play. But come on, every player says that. I'm curious because Miami sure.
That's because everybody wants to go to Miami, so every player says trade me to Miami or I don't want to go anywhere else.
And you know, like I said, I don't know if they. I don't think Miami has anything to really offer if they're not trying to talk Bam. But
it is a fine offer. There are absolutely better offers out there. The Nets, the Celtics. Yeah. But if you're talking about, hey, here's 2 first-round picks, Tyler Hero, Jamie Jaquez, and
come on, bro,
that is an okay deal.
I know, but I think what
Dame is 33. Is a okay defender and is due $50 and $60 million.
They have 2 guards in Anthony Simons and Scooter Henderson. What do they need?
Terrible trade for Portland. Terrible trade if they do that.
They can play him at forward. They can use him as cap filler.
No,
it doesn't matter, right? You're going to move these guys all around.
No,
you've been moving these guys all around.
Simons are the same guy. No, that's terrible. First of all, it's a bad package for
Simons, I think.
Rudy Gobert's going for 5 first-round picks.
That's stupid. You cannot look at the Rudy Gobert.
The market.
Well, fuck. I guess Robert Williams is worth 3 first-round picks because everybody traded for Rudy 5.
What I'm saying is, right, you have a top 12 guy in Damian Lillard. If you have a top 5 guy, top 5.
Just because the Seahawks went and traded 2 first-round picks for Jamal Adams does not mean that anyone was going to trade 2 first-round picks for Jesse Bates.
Of course.
So we can't look at that deal and say, well, look at that. They got 5 first-rounders for him.
My main point here with Miami is that package is unacceptable.
That package is adequate. That's it. It's not good. It's not unacceptable.
It is absolutely unacceptable.
Here's Dame. Dame is going on his 33-year-old point guard who is not a high-level defender, average probably, and that's only getting worse. And he's also due $50-60 million. These guys we're talking about in other places, 40, 35, 45, $60 million due to him in his 35 and 36 years. That's the deal. Is you're trading for the contract. You're trading for this. This is not Kevin Durant. We don't know what the hell the Wolves were smoking when they traded for Rudy Gobert. Okay. I'm sorry. Again, this is, if we want to get the most assets while keeping our player happy and looking the best all around, then I can understand saying, throw in as many picks and pick swaps as you can for the next 4 years, as well as the first round pick that you got this year, as well as any tangible assets you have on the roster, and we will call it, just wipe our hands of it.
No, I think that they need to do a 3-team trade. That's my opinion.
If you're doing one with Miami, it has to involve another team because Tyler Hero doesn't make sense for Portland, and Miami just doesn't have enough picks on top of it to get it done. They have upwards of 3 picks.
How many picks do you think it takes to get Dame with including any assets that you want? Because again, we're talking about.
I think if you bring up,
Dame, if you're not a top 5 or a top 10 player, which I think we think Dame is really good, but is he still
he's top 10? He's one of the best offensive players in the league. Absolutely.
Okay, well, weigh the whole game. Are we talking 8, 9, 10? Okay, well, he's not LeBron. He's not Kevin Durant.
He's better than LeBron. Damian Lillard right now is a better basketball player than LeBron James. Yes, he
does not even have the. Okay, we're talking currently right now. We're not talking about you're trading for a top 3, 5. Hang on, different argument. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Right now,
you are not trading for a top 3, 5 MVP potential candidate every single year guy. That is the guy who gets 3, 4 first-round picks. That is what you get for Kevin Durant. You don't get that for Dame Lillard. You don't get that for Jaylen Brown. You don't get that for guys who are not MVP contenders. Why are we thinking that Dame suddenly should be going for 4 first-round picks and 2 of your best players? Why?
Well, I didn't say all that. I just said Tyler Hero and a couple pick swaps wasn't enough to get the deal.
They have 2 first-round picks and a pick swap 3 years out. You're telling me, first of all, pick swaps are the new first-round picks. How many times we see teams trade out a first-round pick and then end up the worst team and go, wow, we should have kept it. Instead, people are saying, let's do a pick swap, and whichever one is the best pick, we get it. So whether we're bad or you're bad, we end up with the right spot, and we don't look like the idiot no matter what. So you can tell me that's invaluable to you, but I say I disagree. Yeah, well, look at the Bradley Beal trade. Loaded with pick swaps. The Wizards got 4 pick swaps?
So the Wizards got 4 pick swaps for Bradley Beal. So
that's no first-round picks.
But you just talked about how pick swaps are valuable. And
I understand, and you're telling me that first-round picks are more valuable. So which one is
absolutely. It? Right. But what I'm saying
Miami can give you 3 pick swaps there. Boom. And also tangible assets.
Tangible assets.
How many? Answer the question. How many? What is Dame Lillard worth? What is Dame Lillard worth objectively? What are you as the GM saying? This is my price for Damian Lillard, making $60 million as a average at best defender in his 33-year-old season.
Absolutely more than, especially if I'm Portland.
Give me the. I'm not saying a team. Give me the assets
in a vacuum. I'll give you
in a vacuum.
3 first-round picks, and I need a decent tangible asset. That's where we're starting.
How are we not at 3 first-round picks and a decent tangible asset?
Pick swaps are not the same as first-round picks, as you just said. Tyler Hero, Portland should have no interest in Tyler Hero. They already have Tyler Hero on their roster and Anthony Simons. They're the same guy.
That's fine. You can get a forward who can score and give you immediate impact. And Jamie Jaquez right now.
No, Jaime Hawkins is not. What? No. Jaime Hawkins is a throw-in to the deal. He's not Tyler. That's not a Tyler.
You want a long-term guy that you can develop as a forward who has a lot of potential in Nikola Jovic. There are guys that you can take.
Not a Tyler Hero substitute.
I understand that, but you say, okay, 3 picks and a decent. Okay, now we're at 3 different assets that are of decent quality, like you said, that they can develop that works with Portland's timeline. You get 2 whole first-round picks or swaps, whatever you want, on top of another pick swap. And they can also, like you said, work with another team to move money around and make the cap work. But I just don't understand how you can tell me, oh, it's 3 picks and a decent asset, and then you can give them 2 young assets that aren't going to cost you anything on top of 3 first-round picks. How are we not at the okay level? How is it unacceptable? How are we at the unacceptable level?
Because Tyler Hero should be a player that the Portland Trailblazers.
I didn't even include Tyler Hero in that.
3 first-round picks is in a tangible asset of Tyler Hero's value that actually makes sense for Portland. Is where I'm starting if I'm Joe Cronin.
But you just told me you told me Tyler Hero isn't worth anything.
I just said he's a very tangible asset. I'm saying to Portland.
Okay, so then when you say 2 first-round picks and a pick swap, and then Tyler Hero and Jovic and Jaquez, how are we not all of a sudden at an okay offer? How is that unacceptable when you by yourself determined 3 picks and a decent player, and we've got multiple decent players and multiple first-round picks?
I think what he's saying, though, hear me out, Ed.
I understand it's not a great offer.
No. It's not even about that.
Unacceptable.
Listen,
that's
Tyler
ridiculous.
Hero. Listen, they are overloaded at the guard position. I think that's
where. I get that.
Listen, if they had a need for guard, Tyler Hero would be a perfect.
Sure.
So give them the forwards plus all the picks.
Who would forwards?
But Jaime Hawkins and Jovic is just throw-ins.
Give him Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin looks fucking great and is on a 3-year contract, cost controlled.
Tyler Hero.
I think
we're talking the sum of the parts.
Hear me out. No. Here's what I will agree with him here, though. On the Caleb Martin front, let's talk about that for a second. I think
3-year deal, cost control.
Well, hear me out.
Yes.
I think it would take those 3 first-round picks. I think it would take Caleb Martin. And I think it probably would take Jovic to get a potential deal like that done. The question is, do they see the value in Caleb Martin? Because if the Caleb Martin that showed up in the Denver series was to show up, I don't know if that will be enough. But if the Caleb Martin that showed up in the Boston series, then I think Caleb Martin could have got himself could have got himself viewed in a lot higher light had he not.
How far out can you trade NBA picks? Is it 3 years or 4 years? 20. Oh, dude. Well, Miami has multiple first-round picks. Why are we even talking about this then?
Well, Stepien rule. You can't trade multiple years in a row.
Right.
That's the issue. If they could do that, if that rule, which I hate that rule, but if that was in play, then Miami would have enough picks to get this done. You probably just have to throw in a third team, send Hero elsewhere, and then
to call it completely unacceptable. They should just laugh at the offer and hang up the phone. I completely disagree with that. If you want to say
Damian Lillard has a good
or the Celtics or anybody has any better offer, that's fine. But I don't know why. I love Dame. Dame is my favorite objective NBA player, but I'm not sitting here telling you he should get the Kevin Durant or the 4 first-round picks or 3 and an asset. He
definitely shouldn't get Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was 4 first-round picks and Mikal, but you want to tell me you take out Mikal and it's like 4 firsts and Cam Johnson?
No, absolutely not.
Cam Johnson. That's more the Dame market that we're talking.
I don't think that's the Dame market. I think that's what the Nets could offer that would blow their socks off, that they would be drooling and tripping over themselves to answer the phone and take it. That's an aggressive offer for Damian Lillard at this point in his career at that price point. To give up 4 first-round picks, to give up 3 first-round picks and a very, very good young player for a guy who's going into his 33-year season, making $50 and $60 million against the cap, especially with the new tax aprons in that you cannot have multiple of these. You're going to be paying $30 million extra just to have them on your roster if you're near the cap.
I hear you, but these teams, we know if you're a top 10, top 15 guy, even if you're aging into your 30s and You have all this money.
If
due
James
to your
Harden can
years.
get the work,
Teams have proven and teams have shown us they are willing to
Right.
go all in on a 3-year window.
I take issue with the unacceptable designation. If you want to say I would not enjoy it and I would find it not satisfactory, I get that. But like,
considering all the other teams that are interested in Damian Lillard and all the other offers,
what tangible
view him,
what tangible offer has been out there?
Nothing.
You say what the other offers are. What are the other
teams
offers?
that have been interested? Brooklyn. I don't know the exact.
Have
offers.
they bothered to pick up the phone because the player has said, "I won't play for you"?
Sure, they have. I bet you teams have called to check in on Damian Lillard, and I bet you a lot of teams.
Sure, they probably
are patient. And I think Joe Cronin's going to be very patient with this. I think Portland is probably sitting on their hands right now and not really picking up the phone for anybody else to not give up leverage. But I guarantee you, there are other teams out there that are calling about Damian Lillard.
But
Minnesota, Brooklyn, probably even Boston has gotten into it.
As that other team, are you going to say we're going to give 3 first-round picks and Cam Johnson and whomever else you want to throw in the deal, which you're going to have to put more in because the salary has to match up as well. And they also want to dump Nurkic, which means they have to get more onto there as well.
Which I would say
Miami can do.
Dumping Nurkic is positive value for the Trailblazers.
Right.
Correct.
So that's part of it. But is that outside team now going to say, I'm going to give up these 3 first-round picks and these young assets to take the chance on a guy who has reached out to us to say, I will not play for you. Don't trade me. Are you willing to take that chance and be that guy who has to sit with that storyline day in, day out, week in, week out in the offseason and in the season when Dame's not playing for you? Do you want to put all your future on the line for that?
So that's why I believe at the moment, no. But is that really
does that suppress the market? It doesn't matter because it's all about what the market is right now. We talked about.
But at the same time, do you think these teams really believe Damian Lillard is going to hold up? Does it suppress it a little bit? Possibly. That's why I think right now it's a little slow out of the gate. But eventually things are going to break through. I don't see Damian Lillard sitting out. I just don't envision that.
Can I throw a weird team at you guys?
Yeah.
For
Damian Lillard. The NBA champions, Denver Nuggets. Before you call me crazy. Before you call me crazy. It would address some of the needs that they have. Who was a player, would you say, is young, but it underperformed for the Denver Nuggets?
Michael Porter.
100%.
Michael Porter Jr.
We agreed on that one.
Yep.
Michael Porter Jr., Zeke Naji, couple first-round picks. Hell, you could have been throw Aaron Gordon in the deal. You might say no, Aiden.
I'm out on this one, personally.
That's fine. But that might be a move that makes sense.
I want Christian Brown.
Christian Brown.
Hang on, let me make sure I'm still awake and breathing here. Is Aaron Gordon too valuable of an asset to trade in the year is 2023 of our Lord Jesus Christ? Is that what you're telling me? That Aaron Gordon is too valuable that you don't want to trade him for Damian?
No, but what I'm saying Aaron Gordon. Michael Porter, I've never been a big fan of personally, but he's one of the best.
How the league is.
Right. But how the league, and he's still great. He's still top 100 player in the league. Very young.
He would solve a need
one of
for
the best
them. You're gonna
shooters.
tell me Anthony Simons,
absolutely.
Scoot Henderson, Michael Porter Jr. Yeah,
it's a lot of shooting. Yeah, and a lot of offense.
So official offer: Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown, Michael Porter Jr., and 3 first-round picks.
I think even with that, you probably don't have to add.
I don't know if that salary gets you where you need to be.
I wonder.
Because again, you have to have as much salary going out as you do coming in. And Damian Lillard is making a metric ton of money. That is an actual measurement. You could look it up.
Like, I don't want to sound greedy right now for Denver because, again, I think Dame's one of the best offensive players in the league. But with Jamal Murray there already, it's like I feel like you already have that
how much of an
primary
upgrade is that?
guard.
How much of an upgrade is that for what you send out?
Or are you saying Dame compared
if you get all of that out, you throw away Michael Porter, you throw away Aaron Gordon, your bench has already been decimated by free agency. You end up with Dame, Jamal Murray, Jokic, and whatever else. Are you feeling like you're in a better spot than you are with Murray, Gordon, Porter, Jokic?
Yeah, honestly, not really. Because
I'm not either.
That's where I sit right now with Denver. Like, why mess up that core as much? Again, I love Dame. I think he's amazing. But why mess up that core when I'm not sure he and Jamal Murray fit? Jamal Murray's already kind of that primary guard. Both are negatives on defense. And you lose all that bench depth. You lose all that flexibility to make trades in the future. I just don't think it's worth messing around with.
I hear that.
Danny, what are your thoughts on that?
I agree. If I'm the Nuggets, I'm not messing that up. I'm not. I think it's a great offer for the Blazers. If the Nuggets call the Blazers and say, hey, this is the offer, I'm
We want
Hands
to give
down.
you some nice young forwards and some first round picks.
I will gladly take it. But if I'm the Nuggets, you just won the championship. You just lost Bruce Brown. You don't want to give up more of your depth. And also, we saw the issue was not necessarily Jamal Murray would play too much hero ball, but it's like it works now. All right, you take Jokic off the floor. Murray goes in and he's got 4 minutes to go and shoot however many times he wants. Be aggressive there. When Jokic comes back in, you play the 2-man game. You got shooters around. It works. And that's also sustainable. They can do that for the next 3 to 5 years. So
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things we're probably going to agree to disagree on, but I definitely think that for a guy, I'm trying to do it in the NBA trade scenario.
You got the little trade machine up right now. You're playing around.
100% do right now. And I'm like, man, let me see what I can make happen.
It's tough to get that salary to match up, isn't it? That's the tough part, man. Is that's especially if Portland is sitting there saying, if we want to move Dame, we want to get off the Nurkic contract, you're gonna have to throw in some serious money there. You're gonna have to have some serious.
But,
yeah, Malik already gave up. See, if he was the Portland Trailblazers GM, he would have given up in 5 minutes. That's what I'm saying, man. It breaks your brain a little bit trying to think of how all the money works together, man.
Yeah. Anyway, if you guys like more segments like this, make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss when we go live and when we upload a video live from the First Star Logistics studio.